Hello, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly outlook in love for Virgo and another person. We're going to pull cards for your person and we're going to pull cards for you. And before we get into that, let me just remind you all that I am giving away the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Deck and Guidebook on my channel this month. March 31st, I will be announcing the winner by video. So all you have to do is check back on my channel. This is a beautiful box set. If you haven't seen the cards before, this is what they look like. They're very beautiful. I use them in my general weekly reading. And all you have to do to be in the drawing for this is to be subscribed to my channel and let me know in the comments somewhere that you're interested. If you aren't subscribed already, or even if you are, when you are subscribing, you're hitting that button, go check out the join button right next to it. That is my membership button, and you can become a member on my channel for just 99 cents a month, which is a great way to help me out and allow me to grow my channel. But it also allows you to be able to have access to some really cute, awesome emojis that I've created myself. There's a star emoji, a moon emoji, a sword emoji. There's a heart emoji that I created that is really nice, and you can use those in the live streams and the chats. And as I get more members, I can add more emojis, and I'm also going to be adding perks to my membership in terms of added readings, deeper readings. I'm going to certainly be working on relationship and challenge readings, and all of that is going to be stuff that I start to provide my members. But for right now, let's get right into it. I'm wishing you guys, everyone out there, love and light and strength during this really difficult time. Virgo, your readings have been blinding lately, okay? Let me just start off by saying your readings have been absolutely blinding. You've been having really good positive readings, whether they are general outlooks or outlooks in love and or outlooks in career and abundance. All right, so let's get right into it. We're going to pull out your cards for this March 22nd to 29th. Your person is resonating with Two of Wands, and you are resonating with the Chariot. They see you as a Knight of Cups, and you see them as an Ace of Swords. Wow. They see their role in the relationship as a Three of Wands, patience, and you see your role as a Nine of Swords. You have a lot of worry. At the bottom of the deck, we have a Six of Pentacles. So 6 is the number for... let's see if that's going to, there we go. 6 is the number for harmony, right? A journey towards harmony. 6 of Pentacles, we talk about someone who is seeking a harmonious connection with his abundance or her abundance. Those scales, I've seen somebody interpret this card as he's weighing out who he's going to give his money to. It's not true. Those scales are there because the individual is constantly evaluating and weighing how much he has and how much he has to give, right? He's trying to be conscientious about charity and helping those around him, right? And so we're talking about someone who's very, I want to say, intentional about their desire to be of a help, of a service. This is the harmony that we are trying to find with regard to the material world, right? Being able to give. Also being humble enough to be able to ask for assistance when you need the assistance. But this is in general, the Six of Pentacles indicates a feeling of charity, right? Humanitarianism, wanting from the bottom of your heart to help those around you because you just have enough to give, right? Now, this is interesting. The Six of Pentacles is just an energy that's underlying a lot of this, so we'll get back to this. But here, let's get right into your cards, Virgo. Your person is resonating with Two of Wands, and you are resonating with the Chariot. So your person is right now very much looking to the future. They're in the throes of trying to accomplish something that they feel very passionate about. Two of Wands is Mars and Pisces, and Mars and Aries energy. Sorry about that, Virgo. Mars and Aries energy. So we're talking about a warlike attitude, right? You know, Mars and Aries, you know, Mars is associated with war anyway, and Aries is that fire of wanting to get out there and conquer new territory. So your person is very, very sort of ambitious and sort of like raring to go and to move forward, right? So this could be something that could be I want to say this is probably something to do with their career or their business or whatever it is that they feel passionate about. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily thinking that this is about your relationship. Your person you're dealing with, Virgo, is probably somebody who's extremely passionate, extremely ambitious, and certainly right now in the middle of trying to accomplish something very important. And all right, let's see if this camera's fixed. And you are resonating with the Chariot. There we go. So now the Chariot is talking about you, Taurus, very much also being on a path, right? But the Chariot is really sort of that stage when we are seeing that we are just about to start this new adventure, right? It's not so much like the Fool, where the Fool is just not sure where they're going to go. They know something new is starting. You know, when you're resonating with Fool energy, you know something new is starting, but you're not quite sure. Here, the Chariot is talking about, you know, that intentional path that you are trying to take towards your wish for your life, your goal. This is the first 7 major arcana. 7 is always associated with hopes and dreams and wishes, right? And so, you know, that wish that you have for your life, that desire that you have for what you wanted to achieve, is all about the path that you take towards it, the planning of it, the steps you know you're going to have to go through, the obstacles perhaps, right? All of that is associated with the Chariot, right? So a lot of times Chariot is interpreted as you are in motion, right? But if you can see here, the Chariot isn't moving yet, right? The Sphinxes are still seated. And so it's much more about, the Chariot energy is much more about that, you know, that initial kind of like when you're revving the engine, you're about to go down that road, you're about to take off, but this is the preparation right before you engage, right? And so the Chariot is now, this is this energy that you're having right now, Virgo, where you're really thinking about your future and what you're wanting to do with it and the next steps, right? So you're in a really deep kind of planning your life's ambition phase. And your person is very much in that go-getter out there making moves phase. You may not have started making your moves just yet with the Chariot. Right? So this is what I mean. The Chariot is like you have all that energy and you have all of that desire to be working towards your goal, but you may not have quite started it yet. You're right at the beginning of starting that. And so this is interesting that you're resonating kind of with the same energies, but you're just at different places. Now, how you see each other, Virgo, your person sees you as Knight of Cups and you see them as an Ace of Swords. So Knight of Cups energy, they see you as the one who's being very sort of romantic, trying to get with them, trying to get some personal time with them, right? Knight of Cups is the one who comes in. But Knights are always air. Right? Knights are always associated with air. So here we have the airy aspect of the love. So you're the one who's always coming in with words, right? You're the one who's probably willing to say, I love you first, or leave, you know, it's like you're expressing yourself much more verbally, right? And in discussion about your love and your desire to be with them. This is also why the Knight of Cups is associated with, you know, Cyrano de Bergerac, you know, the one is able to sort of talk you into love with them, right? Into falling in love with them. They're able to sweep you off your feet. They're very romantic and all of this. And all of that is associated with Knight of Cups. It's also why the Knight of Cups is associated with being maybe one of the most uncommitted knights, because this is also the individual who's going to say everything you want to hear and whisper those sweet enough things, but also they can then be gone later on too, because the Knight of Cups is only just now beginning to learn who he or she is. So it's interesting. It's this kind of, I don't want to say flighty, but it's this kind of like sweep you off your feet attitude that your person sees you as resonating with. And this can be quite nice. You may indeed be, Virgo, the one who was the hunter in this situation. Right? You may indeed be the one who went to your other person and handed that cup of love and intention to them first. And they like that about you. Now you see them as the Ace of Swords, and this is interesting because the Ace of Swords is a sense of victory and vindication. It's a sense of clear-headedness and logic. It's original thinking. It's the essence of original thinking. So it seems to me like this person is really a breath of fresh air for you, Virgo. Right? Because to you, it's like, wow, you know, this person is like a whole new type of person that I'm used to dealing with, right? It could very well be that their mentality is something that's very new for you. But they do still represent a sense of like, wow, understanding, expansion, newness, right? So it's like, I think you're dealing with somebody who you're not used to quite dealing with, that type of person, that type of mentality, but it's making you feel very excited. It's making you feel you're attracted to it. Certainly you're attracted to the power of it. They certainly see you as the one who keeps coming in with this romantic intention. So certainly you do have romantic intentions to them. I think they are reading the signs right. But I'm just saying, from your point of view, you know, the reason why you like them so much is I think that they are just such a breath of fresh air for you. They're also extremely intelligent, right? That's really turning you on. Also, Virgo, you are an earth sign, but you are, you know, by far one of the most complicated earth sign. You Virgos think a lot, you know, and there's a lot of connections you guys make. And so, you know, you need to have, you certainly, the Virgos I've ever known needed an intelligent partner, right? So Virgos can't stand somebody who's not, you know what I mean, who's not smart, you know, in terms of being able to think about things and talk about things and stuff like that. Even though you are indeed an earth sign, you enjoy that. And of course, I feel that here. Something about their fire and intensity really turns you on. Now, we have your roles in the relationship. Now, your person sees their role as the Three of Wands and you see a Nine of Sixes. So this is a little bit where we get a little complicated, because your person sees themselves in a position of being very patient. I think they're being very patient, but also kind of like not, you know, making any decisions just yet. You know, they're considering everything right now. And this is how they see their role in the relationship right now. So right now they're not, you know, I'm not going to say that they're not uncommitted, but they haven't made their decision on something yet. Three of Wands indicates that waiting period where you're kind of like, sometimes you're forced to wait or you decide to wait. Either case, you are sort of being very sort of patient about your next move because you know you need more information. Sometimes you're being forced to wait by life, you know, before you can make your next move. Life slows you down because, you know, it knows, the universe knows that you need something else to come in first. So we have divine timing going on, but still, there's always free will, right? Of course. And here it's just in any case, you're just not, your person is just really not, I'm going to say, being extremely forthright about their decision with regard to this relationship, what the next step is. It's interesting why that's happening. We're going to take a look at the clarifiers. And you are resonating with anxiety. So as far as your position in this relationship or how you're seeing yourself in this relationship, you're feeling a lot of anxiety right now, a lot of sleepless nights for some reason. And I don't know why that is. There's something here going on, right? Because, you know, you have two cards that are essentially, one card, you're essentially seeing the back of the individual. So it's like your person is, to a certain degree, it's not that they're turning their back on you, but they are sort of focused on something else right now. Right? They're focused on something else. Now, this could also, but here we have this card coming out in specifically in the position of how you see your role in the relationship. So your person is actively seeing their role in this relationship like this. So it's not even like they're waiting for something to come in with regard to their career, because over here they're raring to go. Right? This is their essential essence and energy they're coming into the week with, regardless of you, right? So Two of Wands is raring to go. But then when it comes to you in this relationship, it's like, standstill. And so I wonder why that is. And certainly with you, you know, being anxious, having anxieties, you know, sleepless nights, certainly they see you as the hunter, right? They're seeing you as the hunter with that Knight of Cups. Now, it could very well be that this is a relationship that is just starting out, where you guys have not made that commitment yet. Let's see what the clarifiers say. I'm shuffling the whole time, the clarifying deck, my cosmic deck. But let's see, because this needs some clarifying here. Definitely is, I mean, there's chemistry here, but something else is going on. All right, we're going to get back to that Six of Pentacles. It could be issues about money, but we'll see. All right, so your person has Queen of Swords, wow, and Strength, and you are Six of Swords and Six of Pentacles. So six is all around. Bottom of the deck is Ten of Pentacles. So money is involved. There's an issue to do with money. Strength, Six of Swords and Strength. It could very well be that indeed your person is waiting to make a decision about this relationship, but it has nothing to do with you. right? So the reason why they're waiting, okay, so if you're resonating with this, right, if you're dealing with this, you're dealing with somebody. So this is why it was strange to me, because it's like, I feel love here, right? I feel love. If they see you as Knight of Cups, that's not something that grosses them out. You know, the Knight of Cups is like nice. It's the romantic person, right? So that's a positive thing to see someone as in a romantic relationship. Seeing them as Ace of Swords, that breath of fresh air, that is positive. So trying to understand why these energies are like this, but here we go. Now I understand. Your person is waiting for something to come through. And I say that this is something probably to do with their life, and as much as they could be waiting for, a document, a decision. They may have been, maybe they were divorced or separated, going through a divorce, right? When you met them, there's something they're waiting for here on the horizon that is impacting, you know, how far they can go with this relationship. And I think that whatever they're waiting for has something to do with finances, or the information that's coming in is going to impact them financially. And so they may be waiting to make decisions about this relationship and how they want to go forward with this relationship. Because if they want to make a commitment to you, it could be that they want to make sure they have the finances to make that commitment. Do you see what I'm saying? So the information they're waiting for is not necessarily the type of information of like, well, I'm waiting to see if I really love my Virgo or not, or do I really, you know, it's not waiting to decide on their feelings about you. It is other things coming into their lives that they're waiting for, that they're having to, you know, focus on, so that when they do focus back on a relationship with you, you will have all their focus. So Virgo, if you've been having sleepless nights about this, or doubts about these feelings, because maybe your person has turned away from you a little bit, this is probably the reason why. Now, I'm not talking about a Virgo who's dealing with somebody who's treating you like shit. You know, if they've turned away from you and they're treating you badly and all of that, well, then they've turned away from you because they don't love you. You know what I mean? That you're dealing with somebody who's a shyster. I'm talking about a Virgo who's dealing with somebody who, for all intents and purposes, is, you know, generally, you know, giving you the right vibe, the right attitude. They love you, they care for you, but they've been a part of them has been distant, or they may not have been talking to you. They may not have been talking to you about every single thing which they normally talk to you about, right? Or there may just be a vibe of distance coming off of them. In either case, whatever it is, Virgo, you may be thinking a lot into it, like, well, maybe they don't like me anymore. Maybe something is going on, and so you're having a lot of anxiety. Queen of Swords talks about really sort of pulling away the masks and the roles that we play and being absolutely honest. So your person is resonating with this, and strength energy. So I think they're dealing with something that they may have kept hidden from you, Virgo, and they're wanting to deal with it in such a way so that when it comes out, it's dealt with, right? So, for instance, an example could be, say, for instance, your person is getting with you and they know that you, Virgo, this is just an example, and they know that you are somebody who is very sort of militant about sort of, let's say, climate change, right? This is just an example. Say you're like that, and you met this person, you're with this person now, right? But this person, say they are in a business, right, where they have a bunch of contracts in their business with companies that are the worst on climate change, right? So now they're trying to fix this because they love you and they've opened up their eyes and they don't want to be associated with any of that because they know that that's going to upset you. So now they're very, very busy with this part of their life, trying to get rid of those contracts, trying to fix it, right? This is the type of thing I'm talking about. This is just an example of what I'm talking about, but this is what I mean. Your person is waiting for something to do with their lives that they need to deal with that's going to impact this relationship. And the reason why I say it's something in their life that's about sort of making maybe a moral stance or an individual stance, sort of staying true to who you are, is because of these clarifiers. The Queen is about being true to you, who you are, coming out of the cloud of playing roles for society or status, or pretending that, you know, pulling the wool over your eyes or wearing a false mask, all of these things where we hide who we truly are. When we stop doing that, we come out of the haze that we've been under, we resonate up into clarity. This whole action is what the Queen of Swords is all about. It's about, you know, mirroring your heart chakra, opening up your heart chakra so that the way you act act and present yourself into the world, your ego, your personality, your attitude are all in line with your heart, because queens are always water. And so your person is busy with this sort of action of realigning themselves with who they truly are. It's causing them to require a lot of emotional strength. And this is something that they're dealing with right now. And I think that they may be keeping it from you, because they have this Three of Wands, which is essentially they've turned their back and focused all their energy on this. And you are having these anxieties here where you're worried about everything. You're worried because you know something's going on with your person. Now, Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles is what's pulled out for you. Sixes have been coming out everywhere. Six of Pentacles is right there. Six is the number for harmony. And your sister sign, I just did the reading for Taurus, Virgo, and sixes came out for Taurus as well. Harmony, harmony. So Six of Swords is a victory, and Six of Pentacles, here we go again, is a giving and taking. So again, it's going to be like for you, you're going to have a real victory this week. And again, this has been... I said this in the Taurus reading. The readings I've been doing for the love relationships this week for my collective, it seems like almost every single reading I've done, and I'm working on earth signs. I've already done the fire signs and the air signs. All of my people, all of my sun signs I've been reading for, you guys are all having victories. You're having victories. You're having abundance coming in. Here you're having some anxiety, but this is to do with your person. You're on a chariot. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. Absolute abundance is coming in completion, right? But all of my people have been dealing with a partner where they're the ones who are going through maybe something a little bit odd or tricky. And so this is no exception. It's not that your person is going through any huge difficulty, but their attitude towards you is going to be pulled away a little bit this week, and it's affecting you here with that Nine of Swords. And the reason why is because they are right now in a situation where they are trying to really come out from under either a role, a mask, or something, some kind of behavior that they have adopted that they know isn't good for you, and they're making that shift, and they need the strength. You're having victory and Six of Pentacles. You're being called on to help out. Now, it could be that this is indeed something that is impacting you all financially, because the Six of Pentacles indicates that it's going to be you who will help out financially, help out charitably, help out in a benefactory way. But this Nine of Swords, don't worry about it, Virgo. Don't worry about it. Don't have those sleepless nights, because whatever your person is going through, it's nothing to do with them not loving you or anything like that. It's absolutely to do with them having having a sort of a crisis, I want to say, of self, right? This is a self-realization moment for your person, or some kind of moment of transcendence or change or transformation that your person is going through. And you are simply sort of getting a whiff of that energy, and it's making you doubt yourself when you have no reason to doubt yourself. Nine of Swords is oftentimes misery put on ourselves for no real reason, because nothing really is wrong. Blind pull on this, we have chemistry. So there's strong chemistry, of course, here. Interesting. All right, let me close my eyes. I pull another one. I have my eyes closed when I'm pulling these guys. It's a blind pull. All right, and reconciliation. So that's interesting. Chemistry and reconciliation. Your person may be dealing with something like that, right? They may be dealing with a reconciliation that they're having to deal with. I feel like it's either something to do with work or family that they're dealing with up here. And there's a high level of chemistry coming in. So this is interesting also, right? Where's this chemistry? I think it's between you two, but it almost feels like, well, why are the angels letting you know that? It just could be that in general there is some other chemistry going on somewhere that's making you worried here with this Nine of Swords. But again, I want to say these are all very powerful messages. There's no indication of cheating or third party, but there is an indication here that something is vexing your person, right? And it's bothering them, and they have made a fundamental energy shift towards you, and that bothers you. But this is nothing to do, in my mind, and certainly through my intuitive feeling, this has nothing to do with any real kind of third-party energy or anything. This is absolutely much more to do with your person, Virgo, the one that you are dealing with here, really going through some life changes right now. And I want to say a moment of sort of, really doing a lot of internal work, right? Because Queen of Swords is such a strong internal work card, right? And with strength having to come in, they're going through something where they're having to be very strong, and they're looking this way here and then they're looking that way here, so they're in two minds about something. But this is very much an individual journey. You are certainly resonating with victory and abundance, and certainly will be called on, I think, at some point to help somebody financially. If you want to talk to your person about these feelings, that is of course the best way to go, I would always say, right? And again, reconciliation is on here too. So somebody's reconciling with someone. It could be that your person is reconciling with a family member or a workmate. And again, that would indicate why there is such a high degree of strength being called on, and this sort of real honesty about who you are in your position being called on. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, my lovely Virgos, March 22nd to the 29th. Please do not forget to let me know if you're interested in the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Deck Guidebook and Giveaway. March 31st, you have to be subscribed. Leave me a comment. If you like the jewelry, the beautiful copper bracelet, this is from one of my subscribers, and her information is in the description. All right, My Frequency in New York makes beautiful jewelry. There's an amethyst crystal in there. Can't really tell, but I love this bracelet. So in any case, this is it. Check out your other readings in the description. Please like, subscribe, and share if you like my content. When you're subscribing, check out that join button. That's how you become a member. You can become a member for 99 cents. Members get shout outs, by the way, every month on the Love Outlook readings. I do shout outs for my members, and you get access to these really cool emojis that I've created for my members. But for right now, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support, and I'm going to see you at the next Virgo Outlook. Bye bye now.